Good morning. Welcome to the 44th Annual CALLERLAB Convention held here in Mesa, Arizona. What a wonderful place for us to be gathered. This is Remodeling Your Singers. And I'm so glad that the EC, my name is Deborah Carroll-Jones, I'm your moderator, and we have two wonderful panelists. We have Mike Preskitt from Alaska, wonderful caller. My pleasure to know him and dance to him. And he also has a brother. He doesn't talk about him often, but he has a brother in Germany, Dave Preskitt, that I got a chance to work with and dance to as well. So, and then I also met their mom. So they come from good stock. How long have you been calling, Mike? 40? 49 years. My goodness sakes. And the idea that callers need to be able to unplug and plug in different singing call figures was something that when I learned to call 35 years ago, I've been doing this 35 years, we just automatically knew we had to do that. And somehow it just kind of went from something that everybody just knew they had to do, and it was an understanding, to, well, we can only use what's on the record. Whoa, guys, whoa, back up, back up, back up. And how many of you use singing calls when you're teaching class? Okay, how do you use a singing call if you don't know how to change the figure and it has a Ferris wheel in it and you haven't taught Ferris wheel? You know, you either can't use that record or you have to figure out how to change those singing call figures. So here to lead us off, Mr. Mike Preskitt.
Thank you, Deborah. Okay, well, as Deborah mentioned, you've got a situation where you're calling, say, a basic dance or teaching a class or even doing a party dance, and you've got a set of singing calls, but the figures that they're already there for the singing calls don't really fit the program you're trying to teach, so they have to kind of adapt to it. One idea is to steal shamelessly. In other words, do research. Yep, do a lot of research. You can also borrow figures. Of course, borrow figures from other singers that do have the stuff in there that you need to use. You can invent your own choreography. If you're just teaching a particular figure like stars, you can build a figure that uses just the stars, but you need to use a little bit of caution because some figures don't work too well. It may work with the singing call that you borrowed it from, but it may not work with the singing call you want to use. So you're going to have to try it out, practice it a little bit before you actually present it to your dancers. If you borrow a figure from, or the whole singing call figure from another singing call, be careful of how many beats are there in the stanza for that singing call. Some of them, especially some of the older ones, have 72 beat figures. Or I've got one that has 102 beats in the figure. Long Black Veil. Anybody remember that one? Yeah, 102 beats in that one. I timed it out this morning. I was surprised. So kind of be careful. If you need to, you can maybe adapt by taking a few things off that aren't really important, just filler material, like, take out a do, sa, do if it's just really used as a setup. If it has a do passo in it, maybe you can just leave it out and just do a left arm turn, head back in the corner, and swing the corner. We don't really have room to build a square in here. I was going to maybe demonstrate a few things, but we can make that happen. That's right, we did, yeah. This room was overpacked yesterday, and we did make room for a square. That's true. For the tape, we are rearranging the furniture. We will be back in a few minutes. By the way, in the back there is my wife, Debbie. She's here to make sure I do this straight. Hey, here's Ken. How you doing, Ken?
You come back up here. I'm going to make my way out. Where are you going? Just over and hang out with the guys.
Okay, I think we get these last two chairs out of here. We'll have a little space. And then if I can get a square up. You betcha. I don't think so. I'm not going to. Ken, do you need the easel at all? Do you need the easel? Okay.
Ken, get out of the way. I hear that from a lot of calls.
All right, we have our square. Okay, everybody here familiar with the figure from This Old Riverboat? There's no one back from a long. Okay, it is kind of old one. Okay, it's kind of nice for early part of a class because it involves some simple things like ladies' chain and promenades. And if you've gotten to the do paso, you can throw that in there too. But the figure basically works like this. Let's have 4 ladies chain over and chain back. Okay, there's your setup. Now, gentlemen, put the ladies back to back in the middle. They're already flowing. They just kind of roll right in there. And gents promenade outside the track. Okay. So far, there's no heads or sides. Get back home to your partner. Do a do paso. Partner by the left. Corner by the right. Partner left. And then in the singing call, you go back and swing your corner and promenade. At this point, we're just going to square a set. Okay. Now, in the singing call itself, like I said, that's 72 beats in the music. So you have time to do all of that. If you're doing a 64-beat singing call, you don't. So my advice would be leave out the do paso. You can chain the ladies over and back, do the gents promenade outside, come home, turn your partner by the left, head back to the corner, swing and promenade. And it fits just fine. Yep. Another option would be let's have 4 ladies chain 3/4. Now, you've already changed partners. Put the ladies back to back in the center. Now, the rest of the action is going to be working with this girl. Gents promenade outside. Come back to this new girl for a do paso. Keep her and promenade home. You can skip the promenade if you want. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, so there's a couple of ideas there. Some other things you can do, and this would be, to present a little bit more of a challenge to your dancers, especially if they're starting, it looks like they're mastering the material pretty well. A fractionalized weave the ring. Okay, we all know weave the ring, of course. You're going to pass forward and you end up back with your partner again. Here's a figure from Don't It Make You Want to Go Home? Another old one. I think Von Parrish wrote that one. 4 ladies chain across. Join hands and circle left. Alaman left your corner. Bow to your partner. Weave by 3 girls. Turn number 4 with a left. Full turn. 4 ladies chain. You now have your corner. Promenade her home. Yeah. Yeah. Now the fun part here is the girls going straight across. Yeah.
You can only have one, sir.
Yeah. Nobody wanted you. Okay, so there's another idea that you can try. Square through is, a lot of people feel that square through is overused as getting set up with your corner. Another idea might be to use right or left hand stars. One figure I use very early with my students is let's have the heads do a do sa do. And this is just for timing. Make a right hand star. Back to your corner, Alaman left. And then we do some stuff to either pass your partner by, swing the next, or do sa do, go back to the corner, whatever you want to do. Yes?
Those of you that are sitting out in the audience, if you're not recording this or writing notes, you're missing a huge opportunity. Okay? These ideas that are going to be shared for you, we don't have a whole lot of handouts. Gee, I wonder why. Because this work has to come from you. So the things that these guys are going to be sharing, you have your little pencils, they better be running along or recording it on your phones. Okay, don't let this opportunity go by to take this material with you.
Okay, another way you can use the stars is that we've all done square through four hands, make a right-hand star, heads back to the middle, make a left-hand star, and so on and so forth. How about if you use a left-hand star in the center to start with? Let's have the heads make a left-hand star. Turn it around to the corner. Make a right-hand star with the corner. Back to the middle heads, make a left-hand star. All the way around, you get back to your corner, and then you can swing and promenade, whatever. Alaman left in this case. We'll save the promenade and come back and square your set. Oops. Another alternative to that, instead of turning it all the way around to the corner, you can make a right-hand star in the middle and turn it just half to the right-hand couple. Turn it to the left-hand star, come back to the middle, and it's sort of like the star of the route. Okay, right-hand star in the middle to the right-hand couple, turn by the left, and come back into the center. Make a right-hand star straight across to the opposite couple. Want to try that one? Okay. Head couples make a right-hand star. To the right-hand couple, make a left-hand star. Notice that the two boys and the two girls are together this time. Turn it all the way around. Heads back to the middle, make a right-hand star. Straight across to the corner, make a left-hand star. Or straight across to the corner couple. Back to the middle heads, make a right-hand star. Turn it all the way around. At this point, you can go to your corner, do an Alaman left, and come back and square your set. If you want to do a right-hand lady progression, you can pass your partner, swing your right-hand lady, and promenade home. Okay. Other square through substitutes that you can use are, let's have the head ladies chain. Heads promenade halfway. Heads lead right. There's your corner. Okay, Alaman left. You can use that figure, too, to get set up for your right and left-hand stars instead of a square through. Works very nicely. I use that one a lot. Be careful on the timing. The head ladies chain, heads promenade halfway, and lead right takes a little bit longer than a square through four. So be careful of the timing on that. Getting in lines of four. A bunch of different ways we can do that. Let's have the heads promenade halfway. I should work with the sides one of these days, you know. What is the head? Okay, so, heads come down the middle and pass through. Separate around one. Come down the middle, just the heads. Pass through. Split the outside couple, round one. Hook on the ends, make lines. Okay, at this point we're in sequence. Okay, join hands and circle left. Swing your corner and promenade. Okay. Another one I like to do. I'm going to work with the sides this time. Side couples, do a right and a left through. Yeah. Do a half sachet. Pass through. Separate around one. Make a line. Okay, now we're all in lines with our corner. We have a corner line. So we can either join hands and circle left, or one thing I like to do for the timing, let's have the ladies chain across. Chain her back. Keep this girl and promenade home. You're right there. Boom. All right. Okay. I mentioned a little while ago about Long Black Veil with its 102 beats in the music there. So you can't. No, we're not going to do that. But I'm going to use a part of it. Okay. The modification I have here. Let's have the head star through. Pass through. Circle to a line. Oh, I'm sorry. Back up. No, you're right. Circle to a line. What am I saying? Bleh. Yes, circle to a line. Thank you. Do a right and a left through. Okay, now we're going to make right-hand stars from here with the couple across the way. So let's make a right-hand star. Turn it all the way around and a little bit more, and the heads to the middle make a left-hand star. Or sides, I'm sorry, because it was the sides that we had to do this thing. Anyway, I blew it. Okay. And you go all the way around to the corner, and then you would swing and promenade. Okay. There you go. Okay. So if you do use that figure, then the couple that you had star through, pass through, and do the circle to a line and break to the line would be the same couple that would go into the center to make a left-hand star in the center after that first star. So certainly. Thank you, John. I'd be happy to. Shouldn't have used the sides. Okay, side. I'm gonna get it right this time. Side, star through. Pass through. Circle to a line. Do a right and a left through. Make a right-hand star. Turn it all the way around. And a little bit more. Sides to the middle. Make a left-hand star. All the way around to the corner. And swing and promenade. Mm-hmm. Oh, John, would you like to repeat that for the tape, please? Yeah, this is on mic or on tape.
John Jones from Texas, and I was just saying that the routine that you just did was really neat in that the square was rotated one position to the right before the swing of the corner to promenade.
That keeps it from going short. That's right.
I don't know who you are, and I don't really care. But Dennis, he was saying back here, somebody said keeps them from doing a short promenade, or there's a short. You know, we got one guy at home. I'm just about. That's why we have open carry law in Texas. I'm fixing to shoot him. You know, next, you know, and but having it in that point, and what Dennis said. That would stop a short promenade because they're already one position on. You know what he said? Oh, they could back up to home position. I love for them to do that. Yeah. Heads wheel around and pass through and bend the line, and they say, what? You know.
Thank you. Okay, so like I said, there's a variety of things you can do there on the early on the easy basic list there on the first 25 or so that they have that you can put in any of your singing calls and they work out just fine. So that's what I have. Yes.